Hello guys, this is Sido from the Meaning of Truth, and I'm coming to you with my new OTT deck, Soulless OTT. So, before there was an earlier video with our leader having OTT, but last night, bought the box, bought some cards, and decided, let's make it, so let's get started. Start of the deck, Little Witch Lulu. When you ride a grade 3 into the when you ride a grade 3, she comes out, and you Soul Blast 2 and draw a card. That combines well with Coco, which we'll get into later. Grade zeros, we have 4 heals, 6 crits, this is all messy, and 6 draws. So, yeah, 4 heals, 6 crits, 6 draws. For the grade 1s, we have 3 perfect guards. I personally feel like I work better with 3 because I feel like it makes me make wiser choices than if I just have 4. Then I know, like, oh, I have this many, this many, this many. And with OTT, since I'm constantly drawing, I will most likely have all 3 in my hand. I have 1 Cocoa. Lets you check your top card and decide if you want to put it at the bottom or top, or leave it at the top of your deck. So it helps set up those plays where you check it, you see a trigger, you leave it there. Or if you check it, there's a non-trigger, but you have Dark Cat or something. Sets up those kind of plays. 1 Weather Girl Milk, just if you have 4 more cards in your hand, which you should with this deck. She will give the Vanguard an additional 4K, and it'll hit for just higher numbers when combined with Coco. Have 1 Cream. If you have Cookie in your Vanguard or Rear Guard, you can Soul Blast 1, so if you ride Cookie over Coco, you can Soul Blast 1, so then you have no soul. And also, Cookie will be 21 to 26 Vanguard, 21 if you're in the Rear Guard, which is still really good numbers. 2 Circle Maguses. They let you check the top card, but it stays at the top. So if you see a trigger, you'll know what's coming. If you see a non-trigger, you can know, like, maybe I should draw more cards and hope that I get a trigger in my drive check. We have 1 Omelet. More of a, when you ride Coco and you have no soul, you play her if you don't have a grade 2 or something. She's a good 10k attacker when there's no soul, and just helps apply more pressure to the opponent's Vanguard. What's 11k? Then she does a whole lot of nothing. 4 AK Vanillas, just AK boosters. No, they're nice. Always nice to have in the deck. And lastly, 3 Dark Cats. Let you and your opponent draw a card if you're an opponent so do choose. Sure, it may give them a +1, but then again, as I said, with Circle Magus and Cocoa, it helps set up better plays and more hand advantage for you. That was the grade 1s. Now for the grade 2s, we have 4 Mochas. When you have 4 more cards in your hand, she becomes 11k attacker. So it helps when she's 11k. Say you have Gemini and behind it's 19, or some 7k behind it becomes 18. It hits for good numbers. Next we have
Star. It's there.
Okay. First we have 5 Vanillas, just because Vanillas, yay, awesome. 1 Promise Daughter. If you discard a card, you can give it an additional 5k, so it becomes 14 by itself, and boosted to 7k or 8k becomes higher. You get a trigger, it adds more pressure to your opponent, and it makes it harder for them to guard, and it makes them waste more of their hand if they do guard. And 1 Silent Tom. Yes, 1 Silent Tom. 1, I pulled it last night. 2, it's more of a, I see it as more of a, and I was told by my teammate Charles, it's more of a final turn card, just because they can't guard grade 0s when he attacks. So it's more of like when you know you can win, you play Silent Tom, and you know they have at least more grade 0s in their hand than grade 1 or higher, you can possibly win that turn with just this 1 Silent Tom. And if you don't, then they're going to be focused on attacking this Silent Tom, instead of attacking your Vanguard, which makes it easier for you to retaliate next turn, or even get it next turn. And that big gap was because my recorder was telling me there was a Promise Daughter in the Mocha setup, so sorry about that, audience. For grade 3s, for Coco's, the ace card of the deck, you ride her, counterblast 2 if you have 1 or less in the soul, plus 2 cards to your hand. You draw 2 cards, and I was going to say plus 2k. So it goes well when you ride her, you have Lulu. Lulu comes out, you use Lulu's effect first, Soul Blast 2, draw 1, then you use Coco to counterblast 1 to draw 2. So just by writing Coco, you add 3 cards to your hand, and then you just start making your plays right there. So, Coco. Soulless OTT. And lastly, we have 2 Battle Sister Cookies. Cookies, more of a, if you can't write a Coco, you write her, she does the same thing, except you have to discard a card, and you can combine her with Cream, makes it 21, and that's basically it. She's like Garmore for Gold Paladins, additional 5k, and yeah, that's all. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you around.
Ciao.